Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Deadfire with me, Bring It On.
Yeah.
Let's continue clearing out Hasongo.
Sure.
A shuffler hides here. I taste his fear.
Death to those who oppose the republics!
Very
Worthen
Shendere, I cannot.
That's it!
Tell me.
Hasongo Workshop Records. Voyage, received from Tekoa, 135 barrels of saltpeter, 209 crates of ammunition. Sent to Tekoa, 536 sacks of rice, 580 sacks of dried merkberries. Sent to Brass Citadel, 73 barrels of black powder. Poniverno, received from Tekoa, 139 barrels of saltpeter, 216 crates of ammunition. Sent to Tekoa, 519 sacks of rice, 573 sacks of dried merkberries. Sent to Brass Citadel, 91 barrels of black powder. Prima, received from Tekoa, 177 barrels of saltpeter, 262 crates of ammunition. Sent to Tekoa, 493 sacks of rice, 568 sacks of dried merkberries. Sent to Brass Citadel, 152 barrels of black powder. That really ramped up the last shipment.
I am ready. At once.
On it.
Oh, we got the explosive show. The shell is large enough for a bombard. A plug protrudes from the top, and black powder is caked in the seam. An older man hunches over a work table, scribbling furiously by the light of a flickering lantern. His hair is an oily, matted mess, and his cheeks are streaked with black. He looks up as you enter, shielding his eyes from the torchlight behind you.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you?
He brushes a lock of greasy hair behind his ear. As he does, his ink-stained fingers leave another mark on his cheek. Shake your head.
Too bad. There's so much still to record. I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband.
He blinks, his eyes wide and distant.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
He turns back to the pages on the table. What happened here?
What didn't? A colossus made of adra marched through the fort, grew bright like Luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
His quill stops moving, and his gaze grows distant.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left.
Latharn.
Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Zuhaira survived, along with a few others.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds.
I see.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
Zuhaira told me you had explosive shells for the bombard.
Just the one. Just the one. Someone came and took it. Oh, that was you.
He shakes his head. He frowns, looking at the chest and scratching his head with the end of his quill. How do I get to the lighthouse?
How indeed.
A high, anxious laugh tumbles out of him.
Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there?
He shakes his head.
Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort. Through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga.
There are survivors holed up by the docks. I can help you reach them. He waves a hand, already turning back to his notes.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it.
He wipes his cheek, smearing more ink across it.
I must see that my work survives.
Yeah, but where they're holed up is also closer to the docks, so if people come to rescue them, they may not go this far into Hasongo looking for survivors. Farewell.
At once.
Alright, let's go load this bombard and see what we can't do to some Naga.
Que? Of course.
Alright, load the bombard. Carefully, you ease the shell into the bombard. Fire the bombard. Light the fuse and plug your ears.
I've got it.
There's a weapon!
Word.
So we know Naga is somewhere, but it looks like all these barrels became hostile when we got close.
Builder.
How do we get up there? Skeleton's trying to run all the way around. I don't think that's the right call.
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
Hmm?
What do you need? Something I can do? I trust you.
I am ready.
Sweet redemption.
Que?
We did see another one up there, but looks like he ran off.
No can do.
You remember the feat that made thee stomping across Cadnua. Let's take us up to the Lighthouse, which we don't want to go to yet. This must be Fleet Master Ko's office. Oh wait. Want to go down to the bottom of the stairs leading into the water. See if there was any perception checks or anything.
How may I help?
Indeed.
Can't even go down there. Okay.
Aye?
On it.
Hasongo Fort expanded design. Flecks of sealing wax cling to the tip of the blade. They realized that our Royal Deadfire Company followed the Eightfold Path. Letter from Latharn. This letter is written in a small, meticulous hand. Ko. You know I've never been one for superstition, but I'm telling you, there's something to these dreams. Couldn't tell you what they mean, only that they wake me 3 times a night. All of us working your farms, pious Aethasians to a man, are having them too. I've got no mind to tell you how to run your fort. I've got to look after my brethren here. We left homes and families back in Riad Cirrus. Now we're seeing strange things and laboring next to a duke's ransom and black powder. Or did you reckon a dumb hick like me wouldn't notice? Latharn. And Kaz. The dog watches as you approach, his ears forward and head cocked.
Uh-oh. We got a ferocious beast watching us. And he looks like he's got a very itchy belly.
Beckon the dog to come with you. He takes a few tentative steps forward and sniffs your hand. He lowers his head under your fingers and looks up at you expectantly. Scratch behind his ears. He closes his eye and raises his head, helping you find just the right spot. After several seconds of this, he stands and shakes himself off, ready to follow. Kaz is much happier and generally more friendly than when you first found him hiding in Hasongo. +1 stealth and +1 survival. While the little pup Kaz is following you around, you gain a bonus to stealth and survival, and some enemy hits against your party are converted to grazes.
Oh?
I shall.
Enemies ahead.
I shall deal with this one.
Let's go.
Sweet redemption.
Yeah.
Will do.
Reap what I sow.
On it.
Okay, looks like it's just the lighthouse left. Unless we can go down this way.
There, up ahead.
No word.
Siege roll.
I bring your end.
South.
Lavaru, be on seek.
Word.
Moda,
South.
on us. Moda, see, on us.
Tell me.
Yes?
Moeth, Ixie.
You dropping spells for me, Jody?
Oh? Fine.
I am ready.
Will do.
Nothing super exciting. Alright, he's on top of the tower. The lighthouse is quiet but for soft, sibilant whispers. There's a repetitive and incantatory quality to them. Yet as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, bearing one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds. Go! Carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
His tongue whips from his mouth like a ripped streamer. I need to approach the Adra.
Fool! See what the impiety of the sea-striped fiends has wrought?
He hisses.
The sand-striped shufflers know better. But you others come. Smooth-toned or furred or sea-striped with blasphemous hunger. Now, foreign ones dig at these roots, and the deep hunter is with us no more. Now, the gods return to rain their punishment on these islands. Again.
His pupils narrow to angry slits. What's the deep hunter?
The defender of the Isles, the guardian of tides.
He makes a reverent gesture.
Once it lived among us. In all bright, quiet places where shufflers did not go. But then, more came from distant lands. First few, then many. Now, our deep hunter is gone.
He glares at you as though you're to blame. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before. He bares his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the adra roots.
At this, the others hiss angrily. Sand-striped. You're describing the Huana.
Their ancestors, yes. Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
His beads and bangles rattle as he brings his hands together in a loud clap. So you think history is repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
A tremor of disgust ripples through his body.
Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He thumps his tail on the floorboards.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
I'm a watcher. I can restore the adra if you'll just let me near it. His tail whips on the ground as he considers you.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
What would you consider proof?
I tell you, thick tongues lie. Forked tongues do not. If what you say is true, then surely you can speak with the dead.
He cocks his head to appraise you with one eye.
I will believe your words, only if I hear them from the tongue of my own people.
What warning do you expect me to deliver?
That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will destroy the islands again.
The other Naga hiss in agreement. Pull Yanas's soul into the here. Hear this, Sugan. Yanas's bright, wispy form appears. The other Naga pull themselves into tight, fearful knots. Only Sugan cranes himself forward, his head cocked.
Sugan, I found the way.
Emotion pulses through her essence, crackling in the ether.
Yanis, you died. We saw.
The way became dark, but this one brought light.
She turns briefly to you, but Sugan's mouth is rigid in a broken feigned grimace.
We will kill the shuffler and free your soul, Yanis.
Just listen to her, Sugan. Plus, this is the proof he was asking for. Yanas turns to Sugan, hissing angrily.
Do old scales cloud your eyes? The shuffler glows like the Godwalker, like the way.
She looks toward the dull adra vein. Sugan and the others follow her gaze.
He will open the way.
Yanas points to you, just as she begins to disappear. As the last of Yanas's essence fades back into the in-between, Sugan regards the adra vein, calculation flickering in his eyes. At last, he turns his guarded gaze on you.
The gods give you power, yes. But is it enough? Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the adra. Heal the Adra Shuffler, if you can.
As your hand touches the dim Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar near Port Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra, and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance. You begin to gather the threads in your mind, but find that they do not resist you as they did the first time. The filaments float, unmoored, through the all-encompassing gloom. Though energy still pulses through them, it emerges at the far end of the threads in brief and distant golden clouds, like far-off sidereal fireflies. It takes little effort to draw the threads together, no more than the conscious expression of desire. As the tether coalesces before you, the far ends begin to blacken and disintegrate. Within seconds, all that remain are motes of fading ash that mingle with the great gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Adra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the Lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Adra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
The Naga stare at the glowing Adra, their diamond pupils wide. Sagan turns his gaze to you, his body in a cautious half-coil.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Chaudhary, you attack every foreign ship you see. The Huana may not like us, but at least they speak to us.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
Curiosity and consternation simmer in his eyes. This is true too. There's no point in speculating about the will of the gods.
That is the answer of idlers and tenderbellies, too weak of purpose to crawl from their own shed skin.
His tail flicks in irritation.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it. You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this, and for your mercy.
He bows. He presses something into your palm before departing. Strand of favor. Look that after. Alright, so Strand of Favor gives us +1 intellect with Esteem, Ward of Favor, -10% hostile effect duration, and Boon of Favor, +10% beneficial effect duration. The lower Naga caste often give shark teeth to venerated shaman as a token of respect. The shaman weave these teeth into strands, which are worn as necklaces. The more teeth the shaman possesses, the more renown they accrue. Should the necklace be lost or destroyed, the shaman is chastised, the renown made forfeit. They are forced to start the necklace again.
Ooh, I like how this feels.
We'll do it once around to make sure there's no perception checks, and then we'll head up to the top and rescue that cat. Corlegon. It's quite the name. While Corlegon is following you around, your area of effect attacks do more damage, and your party's healing potions and abilities are more effective.
I am ready.
You know what? I'm gonna call it here. I don't know if a cutscene's gonna trigger once we exit the lighthouse. And next time we'll leave Hasongo and report back to the Queen, right? Also have the rest of the island to explore. Wait, no, this is the only spot to explore, wasn't it? Maybe we'll have to take another look around. Okay. Either way, I'm going to call it here for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.